Good morning, everyone. I'm back from my meditation retreat, and this week I wanted to talk about how to make public speaking fun instead of it being scary. If you do not know me or if you're new to the community, my name is Vatsal, and I am a public speaking coach. I have been doing public speaking for over 5 years now, and I train public speakers every week in person. We have a group of close to 20 people, and we meet every week and we practice our public speaking skills. Now, my goal with this community is to have that same community online where we all get better at public speaking and be our best selves out there when we are doing a speech. I've done conferences as well, and I have been a keynote speaker in the past. I've trained big teams for public speaking. So you're all in good hands if you do not know me. In today's video, I want to talk about again how to make public speaking fun instead of being scary. Now, how do we do that? If you watch this video till the end, I will give you 3 tips that are very tangible and very practical that you can use in your day-to-day lives or whenever you're doing a speech. First, to make public speaking fun, how can you bring the fun elements from your life to a speech? What do I mean by that? Now, what do you like to do in your real life that you think is fun, or you think you are funny, or you're a very enjoyable person to be around with? For me personally, what I do in real life is I lightheartedly make fun of people. When I'm hanging out with a group of friends, I would make some sly comments or some snarky remarks about them, and they will laugh as well. So they're laughing with me and nobody's laughing at them, just to make sure. And how do I bring that to public speaking? When I'm doing a speech, I can lightheartedly make fun of some qualities that we all as human beings have. Like, you can say that we are lazy sometimes and do not like to do certain things. I also like to make fun of myself too on the stage. It's not like I'm putting myself down, but I can lightheartedly say something like I forgot during the day, like I forgot my keys and I'm so scatterbrained or something like that. So I bring that to the stage. Remember, never put yourself down though. Like, never say that you're bad at something. It's just like a character trait that you are like lightheartedly making fun of. So I'm bringing that to the stage, and I do that in personal life as well. What do you do in personal life that you think is funny or is very enjoyable? Are you like that old cranky person who's like, get off my lawn and don't do this? You can play that on the stage. That could be a character that you can play on the stage. Second thing that I like to do is I like to use fancy words. So English is not my first language, and if it is yours, then congratulations, you are doing well. But if you're learning English, this can be a fun thing to do. Or even for native English speakers, this is a fun thing to do because I hang out with a lot of native speakers and they do not use very thoughtful vocabulary, or they do not use any words that make me think, oh, what does that word mean? I'm curious. So that's the thing that you can start doing in your speeches. Use the words that you think are considered as a good vocabulary word that you have never used before. So for example, if you are talking about what you were thinking earlier the day or what you think about whenever you are sitting by yourself, you can use the word ruminate. So sometimes a lot of us just will get lost in thoughts. Instead of saying, I got lost in thoughts, you can just say, I was ruminating. It sounds like a fun challenge for yourself. And when you do that during the speech, you get a sense of achievement and you're like, whoa, I used this word. Awesome. I love it. And even for the audience, they will think, what does that word mean? Ruminate is not that complicated a word, but if you use something that people might not generally use, they will pay more attention to, hey, what was that word? I want to ask them what that word means, and they might even start Googling it later on. But use a word that you generally don't use and make it a challenge that you will use it in your speech. Look at that as a goal, and once you achieve it, you'll be filled with happiness or fulfillment. While we are talking about words, you can also use words that bring smiles to people's faces. I was recently reading something and I came across the word higgledy-piggledy. It's an actual word and it sounds very funny. It just basically means that you're confused. So find a word online, or if you're reading something that is funny and the sound of it makes you laugh, because guess what? It's going to make your audience laugh as well. So while you are challenging yourself with the word of the day, using thoughtful words or using funny words always adds to your speech. Use higgledy-piggledy next time and challenge yourself maybe. The third tip that I'd like to give you is actually a little advanced skill. And if you are already a public speaker and you're trying to get better, you can try to use the skill. It's called using triads. So what is a triad? A triad is a set of three words. If you have ever listened to a great speaker, they always use a set of three words and they repeat those words throughout their speech. If you ever listened to Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King, he said, "I have a dream." That's how he starts his speech. And throughout his speech, he used those three words repeatedly. Now, what impact does using a triad have on the audience? They remember that from your speech. We still remember Martin Luther King's speech. We don't remember what he spoke about. I mean, I know what he spoke about, but sometimes people do not really know what the speech was about, but they always remember those three words. So even after the audience has left the room, they have listened to your speech and they were going on with their lives. They will still remember, oh, that speaker said these three words. And it brings a big impact on your audience. These are called rhetorical devices because you're using a rhetoric here, like the triad, the three words. I can dive a lot more deeper into how to use these rhetorical devices in your speech, but for now, for this video, I will just keep it simple. Try to use a triad of words. A few other examples of these triads of words are by Julius Caesar. He said something like, "I came, I saw, I conquered." I didn't know about that, but I think I've read it somewhere. I came, I saw, I conquered. I think I have known that. And if you see real estate ads, they say location, location, location. So everybody uses triads throughout their marketing or throughout their speeches. So it's a very powerful tool. So for your speech, you can make something fun, like I don't know, come up with three words that you really like to say. It doesn't even have to be complicated. You can always use simple words like "in my opinion" and repeat that throughout your speech. So start something about saying about a topic that's important to you. And in my opinion, keep repeating that throughout the speech because every time you use that triad of words, people will be like, "Oh, something is coming," because it's now my turn, my authority to use those three words. So you see what's happening? People are relating those words to your speech and to yourself. So it can be a very powerful tool for yourself to stand out. Now, since you have been listening to me so far, I will give you a bonus tip, fourth tip. This is actually pretty obvious and you might even know this, but if you want to have fun on the stage and if you want to make the audience excited about a speech, pick a topic that you are excited about. So for me, I'm so excited about public speaking. When I'm talking on the stage, I see people smiling at me, nodding at me because I emit that energy. My excitement just starts flowing out of my body when I'm on the stage. So find a topic that you're passionate about. Like it could be anything. I'm a person of color. It could be the rights for people of color. It could be immigration. It could be careers. I hang out with a lot of coaches and everybody is passionate about a different thing. It could be health related. It could be, I don't know, food related. So whatever you're passionate about, finances, just examples are coming to my head now. But if you do a speech that you're passionate about, you will have more fun and you'll be excited to share your message instead of worrying about what the audience is thinking or if you're going to stammer on the stage. I mean, those things are still going to be there, if I'm being honest, but after the first couple of minutes of starting a speech, you will be more excited about the content that you want to share instead of worrying about what the audience is thinking. So to wrap up this video, we talked about 4 things to make a speech or public speaking fun. Think about a character trait or your character trait that you think is fun and you use that character trait in your everyday life and bring that character trait to your speech. As I said for myself, I just lightheartedly make fun of people. Could be something for you. Secondly, we spoke about using words that are not commonly used. So words like ruminate or higgledy-piggledy. So find a word that you or your audience would normally never use it and make it a goal of yourself to use that word in your speech. Third, using rhetorical devices. One of them is a triad. Triad was using 3 words and repeating that over and over again for an impact on the audience. And lastly was pick a topic that you are passionate about, because passion comes up on the stage and the audience can feel it. I hope you found this video helpful, and I would love to know what would you be using in your next speech to make it more exciting and to be making it more fun. Find a word. Actually, this is a good exercise. Find a word that you not generally use and put it down in the comments below. And let's make it a point to use that in our speeches. I look forward to your fancy words. Thank you for listening.